Hello, we're back. Week 2. For those of you who didn't catch my first video, my name's Harry and I'm new here at the Swiss Link. But not only am I new at the Swiss Link, I'm new to the watch industry as a whole. I've joined here with zero experience working with watches. They've always been a passion of mine, but I don't really know anything about them. So, if you saw last week's video, you'll know I talked about some reference numbers a little bit, and the fact that I'd added a Submariner onto our website incorrectly with the wrong reference number. This caused a few problems as I had customers ringing me up for a watch that we didn't have. So I've made it my focus this week to really try and learn these reference numbers so I can stop making mistakes and everything can run a little bit more smoothly. So we're going to talk about these reference numbers and which models they co-align with today. So why is it important that I know all this? Well, I found out pretty quickly that to be organised in this game, especially when I'm adding these things onto our website or even just making sure they're in stock in our stock room correctly, I need to know these numbers. For example, if we've got a customer in here and I'm in with some of the guys and somebody says, "Will you grab me the 116503 out of the other room?" When I first started, that was said at me and it just went straight over my head. I had no idea what they were talking about. And so very quickly I had to get to grips with these reference numbers. Obviously I'm not there with all of them yet, I can't have learned everything in a week, but I'm going to run through a few of the most popular Rolex models, such as the Datejust, the Submariner, the GMT-Master IIs, a couple of Daytonas and things like that, just so you can see what I've been working on over the last week or so. So, to see if any of these reference numbers have stuck in my head, I thought I'd get out 12 of Rolex's most recognisable models, with a few others thrown in there, and see if I can remember the reference numbers. So, down this side here, you'll see we start with one of Rolex's most classic models. We've got the Datejust. This is the Datejust 41, the 126-300, and this one here has got a lovely mint dial. We've got another 126 below that, but this one is the 126-333 because it's got the gold fluted bezel with the 18 karat gold running through the middle of the oyster bracelet. I don't have any Jubilees in front of me here, but these two are lovely oyster models. And then finally, not Datejust, but an oyster perpetual with a lovely blue dial. This one is a 124-300 instead of the 126-300s. So this doesn't have the date marker at 3 o'clock. For those of you that don't know, oyster perpetual, oyster meant a case that was waterproof, and perpetual means it has the perpetual motion. It's an automatic watch. That's something I only learned recently myself. So moving on from the Datejust and the oyster perpetual models, I've got the Submariner up next. Now the Submariner, arguably Rolex's most recognisable watch, and I've got 3 completely different ones here. So in front of me here, I've got the 114060. This is the non-date sub. Normal black rotating bezel, but this one no date at 3 o'clock. This one is going crazy at the moment. Everybody's wanting a no date sub. Slightly newer model in front of it, the 126-610. This one is the LV though, which means it's got that green bezel, and I don't think anyone quite makes green as well as Rolex does. It's nice to see that on these newer, this is nicknamed the Starbucks, but on these newer ones they've gone back to a sort of more Kermit-esque green on there as well. Really cool watch, the 126-610 LV. Now, in front of that, a really special watch, nicknamed the Bluesy, because it's got that blue dial with the blue bezel. This one is the 126-613 because it's got that gold again. LV, really cool watch. Sorry, not LV, LB, blue. Coming into this row, we've got GMTs. And this, the GMT-Master II, the Pepsi, is possibly Rolex's most recognisable GMT model. This one, nicknamed the Pepsi because of that blue and red bezel. This is the 126710 BLRO. Really cool watch. These fly out of our showroom here. In front of that, this one, nicknamed the Batman because of the blue and black bezel. Batman comes on the Oyster bracelet like this, and you can also get the Batgirl, which comes on a Jubilee. Reference number for this, 126710 BLNR. And then finally, for the GMTs, a little bit of a different one, this, the Sprite, with that lovely green and black bezel, and the crown on the opposite side of the watch at 9 o'clock. So it can be worn for people who are left-handed, wearing it on their non-dominant right hand. This one is the 126720 VTNR. And then finally, I just thought I'd show a few other Rolex models, maybe that don't fall into these three, that are still really cool models and really popular models. So I've got a Daytona. This one, the 116503. 3 again, because we've got gold running through the middle and gold on the bezel there. Lovely watch. We've not had this in long, but I don't think it'll last very long. Then, two of my favourites here. I love the Yachtmaster. Both of these, Yachtmaster 40s. This one, the chocolate dial with the rose gold, the 126621. I love this watch. Possibly my favourite watch here, actually. And then, on the bottom, on the Oyster Flex bracelet, massive Oyster Flex bracelet as well, this one, another rose gold Yachtmaster, this one, the 126655. Really cool watch, really like the black bezel on the rose gold. So there we go, 12 watches, 12 different reference numbers. I hope I got them all right. I'm going to find out as I watch back through this myself, but yeah, I'm learning, we're getting somewhere at least. Another thing I've managed to do this week, I think I'm going to start a segment for this called Harry's Mistake of the Week, is to do with posting a watch out to a customer. So I made 2 separate postage labels the other day, one to send a customer a watch and one for a customer to use to send their watch to us. Now the watch I was meant to be sending out was an Omega Speedmaster. For those of you that know, the boxes are about this big. So the box I took to the post office was massive. I thought, finally, I'm seeing the back of that thing. It's not going to be in our store cupboard anymore. Fast forward to the next day, a knock on the door with a massive box. I'm sure I recognise this box, I thought. Opened it up, and it was the Speedmaster. I'd managed to use the label that the customer was meant to be using to send their watch from miles away to us, and I'd put it on the Speedmaster, so I posted the watch to myself. Now luckily, this watch didn't get a completely wrong label on it, so it was sent out to somebody completely random, because that would have been a much bigger problem. But yes, that's my big mistake of the week. I hope I don't need to make it a segment, but it's looking like I might have to at this point. Harry's Mistake of the Week. So getting to grips with these watches over the past few weeks has been so much fun. Just been able to come in every day and mess with these things, really get to know them, how they work, which ones are which. It's just been invaluable. I mean, before I started it, I didn't even know how to set the GMT hand on a GMT watch. So learning these reference numbers and just being able to sit down with each one of them, it's been so much fun. A little bit of what I'm going to be looking at next is a lot of the terminology that comes with them next. So I need to be able to understand everything about them, from power reserves to what even full set means, what comes in a full set of a watch. Because I didn't know before the last couple of weeks. What do the calibers mean? What does the word caliber mean? I've got so much left to learn, but a big thing for me coming up soon is going to be authenticating these watches. So when they come through the door, I want to know if it's correct, and I need to be able to tell fast if it's correct. So yeah, the terminology and the authentication process is something that I am going to be looking at next. But if you're enjoying this, keep following. I'm still making big mistakes, but do you know what? We're learning every day. So yeah, all the watches you've seen today, they're all for sale on our website. So if you like a look of any of them, take a look and get in touch, and we'll see if we can help you. See you next week.